Okay. Now we're live. We're recording. We're here. Everybody's here. Room's filling up tonight. Looks great.
We're
welcome.
Gonna chit chat just for a minute because people like to wander and it's 8 o'clock on the nose right now.
Oh yeah, people trickle in. Also, for what it's worth, we're almost always late. So people who come at 5 after are actually on time. So it's whatever.
Yeah. Well, let's introduce ourselves.
Sure.
Hi.
My name's Ken. I am the designer of this game, Flawed, that we're all here to kind of hear about, talk about, deal with tonight.
You sound so... Hi, my name's Ken. This is Flawed. This is Flawed!
It is Flawed,
This is a Flawed trading card game.
It's way more exciting than I'm willing to make it out to be.
This is the lead designer, and he's been working on this game for 4.5 years about. I'm doing like a whole introduction thing because we have a lot of new people in the Discord that are like brand new to the community and probably don't know much about the game.
Should be like up here.
Usually,
no chance.
Usually our live streams are exclusive content that's only available to our Patreon subscribers, but we decided to do kind of like a holiday gift give back thing, and we wanted to do a live stream just like for the whole public and just anybody who's interested in the game. So we put an ad out on Facebook, ran some ads, just like to drum up some more excitement.
Get a couple more people involved.
So for those of you who don't know, this is Ken Tober. I'm going to speak for you because you don't do a good job bragging about yourself.
It's still not. It's not a big deal to me.
I know. But he's played Magic the Gathering forever. Like basically since the game came out. Played on the Pro Tour a couple times. Played for the World's Championship for Force of Will 4 times? I don't know. I lost track.
My 4th invite is currently pending.
Oh, that's right. They haven't had that yet. Played in Worlds for Star Wars Destiny.
Yeah.
For Kaijudo.
Those are both national level tournaments that didn't actually have a world representation.
Same
but
difference.
Yeah.
Is the highest level of those games. Is that all of them?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Sure.
That's enough.
But anyway, long story short, very avid competitive card game player and like very established, and within the community a lot of people recognize Ken's name at least. And I'm his wife, and I'm not as good at playing card games as he is. So when Ken decided he wanted to design his own card game, it was very much to fill the hole of competitive trading card games, specifically in the tabletop world.
Right.
There's lots of online TCGs, but he and I both traveled the world playing Magic, playing Force of Will, and just kind of decided within the last couple of years that there really isn't anything filling the hole for tabletop gaming right now. And just in general, like the type of level of strategy that we like to see in trading card games. So he decided to make his own. Now, there's a lot more of a heartfelt story behind how Flawed got started, but we'll leave that for later.
It's a much longer and more involved story that some of you in this channel already know, some of you don't, but there's a little more behind it than that. But for now, that's kind of the basic introduction. Like she said, I mean, I've been around this type of stuff my entire life. Like, I've always been interested in gaming and like logic and puzzling and just the idea of like having a challenge in front of you, and I think it's more fun when it's two people who are both presenting a challenge to each other, and that's what one of the things that card gaming really does. And that's kind of what landed us here, and like you said, been working on this for over 4 years. We're getting really close to it being a tangible physical reality.
Oh shoot, did we set aside cards?
Yeah got them right here.
Yeah, so we have our very first official product is in production right now overseas, and we're supposed to have it in hand around March time. And those are going to be two, like a green starter deck and an earth starter deck and a dark starter deck. And then the full game, like booster packs and everything, is going to be on Kickstarter June 21st of this year.
Yep.
So it's been a long time coming, and we're finally getting like real product and everything. And then my role is I'm mostly graphic design. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. I do like a lot of the social media. I made the graphics.
All these fancy banners and like this nice fun stuff that you see that if you ever see us at any of the conventions, the different, advertisements, the flyers, the big banners, the little banners, everything that we have.
Yeah. And then just like turning the artwork into the card is what I did. So like we got artwork, just, plain artwork, and I made the card template and turn everything from artwork into a playing card.
Yeah.
So that's my job, and it's a lot of freaking work. But anyway, I think we've waited and we dilly-dallied long enough. Let's talk a little bit about Flawed Trading Card Game.
Okay.
Which I love.
Click over. Boom.
Okay, so in Flawed, each player starts the game with a shrine in play.
Can I time you out super quick?
Yeah.
Before you jump in too deep? Especially for anybody who's in here who is new, we've got the Discord chat up. We are presenting this. We're going to take a little bit of time off the rip here to kind of present everything and give a general overview of the game and just some tricks and tips and details and stuff that we find interesting. During this, please, if you have questions, comments, anything that you want to give us, we really love the feedback loop. Like, we'll be seeing it, we can answer you directly. It's on the screen, it's on our, we've got the second monitor, etc.
And we're in the general chat.
Yes.
For our patron subscribers, because I know there's some of you in the chat right now, we usually use the stream chat, but we're in the general chat today. So if you want to type comments in the general chat.
Yeah.
Where Raul put, I heard that Raul Agent of Flawed is an awesome guy.
Also,
where
a huge help
that
to Flawed.
is where you want to type.
Which is true. That Raw Agent of Flawed guy named himself Agent of Flawed because he is an agent of Flawed.
So,
literally.
When you play Flawed, there are 6 factions. Fire, Light, Air, Water, Earth, Dark, which, spoiler, spells Flawed. Fire, Light, Air, Water, Earth, Dark. And so you start the game with a shrine in play for one that represents one of the 6 factions. In the future, there might be multicolored shrines. Spoiler.
That's like not even a real spoiler. Like,
I know.
I haven't even actually done that yet.
But anyway, so each player has one shrine in play. The shrines themselves are unique and are balanced in and of themselves, so it's not like other trading card games where like each player has 20 life and it's the same every time. Mm-hmm. It depends what shrine you pick. So like here on the screen we have an example of the Set 1 Fire Faction Shrine Bakiri Ravine, which has 17 health, and then there's the Dark Shrine Hall of Shadows, which has 19 health. And so depending on what shrine you choose, how much damage your opponent has to deal to win is different. But you try to destroy the opposing shrine by playing units, which are synonymous to like creatures or attackers.
Monsters.
Yeah. And the shrines are modifiable, just like every card in the game.
Yeah. This is the big part that everybody may or may not be here for. This is
the coolest part of the game.
Yeah, this is what makes Flawed.
And
literally.
Listen,
again, everything's literal on this stream.
I've been with this man for a long time, and he's designed a lot of games, and I've seen his ideas like come and go. And when he brought me this one and showed me the clear overlay thing, I was like, okay, that's actually super cool. No other trading card game is doing it.
Can I hold this up? Oh, that's
the glare might
central.
Be the glare central. But if you take it out, so the gameplay is very fun in the first place. But aside from the gameplay, when you're constructing your deck and designing your deck ahead of time, you also get to construct your cards. So we have an example of this card, Absorb Magic, which is on the screen with a couple different essence overlays, and I'm holding up one.
I'm trying to figure out how to make left right and right left, which I'm not so good at.
So the base cards are like your traditional trading card game, where you buy these in booster packs. They have rarities, common, uncommon, rare, epic rare. The clear cards are sold just kind of like in a box. You just get all of the clear cards that you could possibly need all at once, and you get multiple copies of them so that you can use multiple copies if you want. And this lets you customize the card. This does 2 things. The first is that it is your resource system. So most card games have a cost to play a card in the top corner. See the 2 little earth pips in the top corner there? Right there. Ah! This is so hard with the camera.
It's the piloting, the right is left, left is right thing is really messy.
So most trading card games have some sort of resource-based system where you're like generating mana every turn, or some turns but not other turns. And for ours, the clear card has the resource generation on the bottom. And so you get to design your resource base and say like, oh, my deck is mostly water, so I'm going to put mostly water essences on, or it's mostly air, so I'm going to put air essences on.
This is a cool example that we actually pulled out with the Absorb Magic, because in the demo product, you see here this, if you can see it.
Hold it up closer.
Yeah, the bottom of this essence, if I can, boom, maybe, focus, no. That is a gray essence, whereas the one that Catherine was just holding up, this one is a green and blue, right? So this is a case where the designer of this deck, this pre-constructed deck, said in some cases I might like a card that provides essences that are the color that I care about, whereas in this case, this gray one, they don't care about the gray on it. They played it for the like adjustment that it gave to the actual card Absorb Magic.
And so that's the second thing that the essences do, is in addition to it being your resource, it also edits how the card plays in game. This one doesn't actually have anything else on it. It's just for resource manipulation because it makes 2 different colors. This one has a little number on the side. Oh, we're so bad at this.
This is impossible.
I can hear Mary right now. She's like, we need to help you guys with your live streams.
Cover it up on that?
Maybe that works. No, it's just because we have a bad camera.
Yeah.
But there's a little bonus to the stat bar on the side on this one. Some of the essences, like this one, actually add lines of text to the card, like that. Some of them add, like the whole stat bar will be buffed all the way across the side. So you can design your cards to play, I really want to play Life Cycle Warden, but I want to play it in an aggro deck, and he wants to play it in a control deck. So we add the essence that turns Life Cycle Warden into either a control card or an aggro card or a mid-range card or, whatever your strategy is. Super customizable. Super fun. We said before how we were both competitive tabletop gamers, and one of my least favorite things is when you go to a tournament and it's like if you're not playing the 1 or 2 top tier decks that cost $500 a card or whatever, it's like you can't win. And then the top 8 is like the same deck over and over and over again, and like that's just not fun. And so we kind of, in a way, created a game that has no meta because there's too many possible permutations of combinations for there to be like one clearly good card.
We've already crunched the numbers, and I don't remember these right off like perfectly, but like for any one individual card, like if I start building my deck and I've got an empty sleeve and I'm like, okay, what am I going to put in the first spot in my deck? There are like just shy of 7,000 choices, right?
Just in set 1.
I'm going to choose a base card, I'm going to choose a clear card, I'm going to put them together, there are about 7,000 choices. Do that 50 times to build a deck, and it's like 1.8 times 10 to the like 173 or something, like possible decks that you can make, which is like, it's not a real number. I don't know what that number is. I don't know what 173
Yours
is.
a match?
Yeah, I don't even know if it has a name. Like I'm sure it does, but it's just a ridiculous number of permutations. And like we're not going to sugarcoat it. Like a lot of them will be suboptimal or awkward just by the virtue of like you do want to be intentional with your choices.
Yeah,
You don't
like
want
the one I have on the screen. Honestly, Brisk Essence on Absorb Magic doesn't really make the most sense.
You say that, but it adds speed and it color fixes. Like you could maybe see a deck that ever wanted that. Like,
it's just, but it makes it cost 3. I don't know. It's a viable option. It wouldn't be my first pick.
Yeah.
So we mentioned about just like in general how you win the game, and one of the coolest unique features about it being the clear cards. If you want to learn how to play, we have a free print and play on our website on the homepage, flawedcardgame.com. There's a little link and you click it, and it's just a PDF file that you print out. All of the Essence clear overlays are already lined up with the cards. So the print and play is really just for you to try the actual game play because the deck's already built for you. But there's 2 decks on there, so you can grab a friend, print it out, and play. And the rules are also on the website, flawedcardgame.com. There's a YouTube video that teaches you how to play, and there's the PDF rule document you can download. All I can say about the gameplay is you just have to try it. You're gonna love it. I know there's lots of trading card games out there. This is me just tooting my own horn here. I know there's lots of trading card games, and they're all vying for your attention and things. But I'm telling you, this is it. And the reason why I know that is because we've been to so many conventions that have 40,000 people in attendance, and we show it to thousands and thousands of people, and constantly just amazing feedback. Everyone loves it. Yeah. I've never ever heard someone be like, it's not for me. We literally never.
Our first convention where we had underdeveloped demos, we didn't have all of our art, we didn't have any of these banners, it was our first time out. And it was 30 or 40,000 people in attendance, and we spent all 4 days there, and our demo seats were full, open and closed the entire time. All the time. Every single person that came by was
everyone wanted to buy it, and
where can I get it? We're we don't even have it. We don't even have it for ourselves yet. You gotta wait. And it's just been really awesome reception as far as that all goes.
So highly recommend you print out the print and play and try the rules because they really just speak for themselves. Yeah. The game design is phenomenal. I'm just going to say that to you.
That's okay.
I'm not just saying that because I'm with him. I played card games long before I met him. This game is it. I'm so excited.
I actually a small anecdote in why it's so hard for me to do anything other than give evidence driven all these people said it was good, but I was telling Kathy this just happened. Somebody emailed me through the website and was hey, is the game any fun? Is it any good? They're asking me how is it? And I'm just what am I supposed to say? Of course it's good.
I made it.
Yeah.
But it is. So other than gameplay, obviously the deck construction is super cool. One of the things that I love and the community has really loved through this whole process is the artwork.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I cannot say enough about this artwork. And if you've been to our live streams, you know how I am. Every time we do a live stream, we show a new artwork, and then we'll like to do other spoils and stuff. But we always show an artwork. Y'all, our artists are amazing, and I tried to get each of them in here, but I ran out of room. Like I know JC Grande's not up here, and DeGrock is not up here.
Sure,
Francisco's not up here.
Yeah.
Like, there's just not enough room on the side.
There's got to be one more you don't have, but there's got to be more than one more because that's what is there are 8 up there,
and we have like
and
14.
they're all unique. I think we've got 14 or 13 or 14 unique people who have done a card, at least a card for us at this point.
Nerdy Maps.
Yep,
He was on the other slide.
That's true.
Same with the JC. But anyway,
it's been such a pleasure working with all of these artists. Like so many of them, like basically all of them. I can't even come up with an exception to this statement I'm about to make, but they are all super dedicated to the process and like really invested in the project. I get many of them messaging me every month like, hey, are we doing another card this month? This, that, and the other. And like, it hurts me to have to do this, but like because our, the way that we're producing this, we're slowly leading into Kickstarter. I have to rotate through them. Like these guys really want to be involved, and I'm like, hey, your next month. I just gotta wait. But
every time
awesome
we do reach out, they're like so excited to be part of it. And that's another thing I love about our artists. That not only are they talented as heck, but they all love the project.
Yeah.
And they're all like so excited to be a part of it and are like, when's the next card? Can I do this faction next? And so I like how invested they are, and they like share all their stuff on their social media, which is super nice. But here's just like a sampling. You'll notice that in the absence of the card template, you can tell that these arts were all made for a trading card.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of
rectangles.
A lot of rectangles. A lot of like straight up and down where the text goes on the card doesn't have a whole lot going on. It's just like legs.
It's true.
But when they put it all with the card template and everything, it looks great.
Yeah.
I just pulled out some of my favorites, but like just phenomenal.
You pulled up some of your favorites. There's 8 pieces up there. Like.
We
just
said
went and went.
I had a friend who messaged me and mentioned that Fierce Protector was his favorite artwork, and I was like, "Yeah, Fierce Protector is a really good artwork." And then Ken's
he's not up on the
he's not up
right
on there.
now.
Ken's like, "Oh, is Fierce Protector in your top 10?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I was like listing off. I was like, "Well, I really like this one and this one and this one." I listed like 15 arts before I hit Fierce Protector. I'm like, "Oh, jeez."
And Fierce Protector is really good. It is one of my favorites. It's one that we've had for a long time, and it is a sweet art. I'm a huge fan of it personally, but yeah.
And the artists are from all over the world. We have quite a few in the U.S. One in like the state of Washington, one in the state of Florida, one in Georgia. I think one's in New York City.
I'm not positive about that. I think I know who you're talking about. You're talking about this?
No.
No?
Maybe?
Oh. Then I'm not sure.
And then we have one in Brazil.
Yep.
And Ukraine?
No. We didn't end up.
Oh, Poland. Oh, Poland.
Poland. Yeah.
And there's one
from today.
Untongue is in Asia somewhere.
Untongue, I believe.
But we're not 100% sure.
I'd have to double check.
But yeah, great talent all over the world. Where are they from? G-Res Studios. The ones that did Strong Arm Thug. I don't know.
I feel like I read it once, but we didn't really.
And we have, I think Francisco's in Mexico. Because he did a bunch of the other games.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. We're not sure.
I'm
anyway,
not positive.
But they're from all over the world.
South
and they're
American
super talented,
more than likely,
and
but I'm
wonderful.
not positive.
And I think we have next.
What else have we got?
And don't forget, if you guys want to ask questions or like chat back, we're in the. You can type in the general chat, and we'll see it pop up. Maybe that's when no one's to talk because they want their words to show up.
Oh, then they'll be recorded forever.
Okay, so next we have our 2023 event promos. So we're going to be going to some in-person conventions in 2023.
Yeah.
The only one we've confirmed so far is the Origins Game Fair, massive tabletop gaming convention in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
June 21st.
It's lining up the Kickstarter. That is the convention that has the best audience for what we're trying to do. We've been to a lot of conventions that are like mixed conventions where it's gaming, anime, comics, whatever. We've been to some that are a little bit more focused in one direction or the other. But this is the first one that is like hands down, this is a convention for tabletop gaming.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
That's what we're here for.
So we're going to be there. We have a large, like 20-foot booth or something reserved. And so at our in-person events in 2023, we're going to have these 2 cards available. The smaller versions that are like in the back, in the corner, those are the versions of the card that are going to be in booster packs. Strong Arm Thug is a common and Unseen Duelist is an uncommon. So those will be the way the art looks when you open it in a booster pack. The versions that are larger and set in front that have like the white sticker look outline and they're zoomed in, those are the 2023 versions. So those cards that version of that artwork is only available at in-person events during the year of 2023. So right now Origins is the only confirmed event.
Yeah.
We will tell you we're
looking at more.
We're going to be at more than just
yeah.
Origins. We just haven't announced yet which ones they are, but we're looking at 4 or 5 like in the first half of the year alone. So more of that to come. We're going to try to hit lots of different areas to like spread our footprint. But any of those
we
events,
really want to make it like west a little bit. We've been pretty East Coast bound
honestly,
up to this point. But
the only reason we haven't been to the West Coast is because it's expensive to get over there. But yeah, so Strong Arm Thug and Unseen Duelist will both be available as the 2023 exclusive alternate art promo, and then will not be available for sale otherwise.
Yeah, just a cool little thing.
And then this past year in 2022, we did a similar thing with the Shrine Hall of Shadows. The dark art that's on the side there, that's the artwork that's in booster packs. This is for the shrine that goes with the dark faction. And in 2022, we had the same artwork remade as like a daytime version. Mm-hmm. Why don't you tell us about some of the quick lore behind this?
Yeah, we could do I mean, some of you have heard this already, but we'll just do like a quick recap on it. The Hall of Shadows is kind of like the city center in one of the prominent cities that's within the dark faction. And the deal here is that the government and the officials and the police and the guardsmen and everybody is so corrupt and so not doing things the way that you expect them to be done as a nice law-abiding citizen, that the image on the left is supposed to kind of depict how deals are really made in this city, in this region, in this faction. And you've got these people just kind of meeting under the cover of darkness. They're just, out back in the alleyway, creating deals, exchanging goods, whatever it is that they're doing. It's just this sort of very unsavory looking act is what you're supposed to see. And then you flip to the daytime version, and this is the puppet, right? This is the fake like mayor or city official or whoever like out on the front steps making his announcements or his speech or whatever, and telling the citizenry that this type of stuff isn't really happening, it's not meant to be worried about, and everything's okay. And that's just kind of this push and pull that you get in the dark faction, where you've got a lot of power held by people who shouldn't hold it, is really a way to think about it.
So in 2022, that was our event exclusive promo. We had them available at the Greenville Comic-Con, at the Charleston Comic-Con.
We had them here and there.
I forget.
We did a couple different little events. We did like the meetup and stuff, but yeah.
That brings us to our giveaway for today, which I know everyone is so excited about. We are not selling the 2022 promo anymore. We had like a couple, like less than 10 left over that just didn't sell. We're not selling them anymore, but we decided we were going to raffle one off and give one away. So how does the raffle work? Here's the card.
I'm going to start it right now.
Here's the card. So this is the 2022 event exclusive card. This version of the Hall of Shadows artwork is not going to be available. It's just not. The dark faction one, like that's the card that you'll get, the dark nighttime version. That's the one that will be available in booster packs when you buy the game. But this daytime version, if you didn't see us in person, you're not going to see it. I think total worldwide there's like 100, maybe. If that.
I don't even think there are quite that many.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to raffle off today, and we also have. Can I reach across you?
Yep.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So he's setting it up. We'll tell you how to enter in a second here, but it's going to be through the general chat, I think.
Yeah.
But we're going to choose one winner, and we'll mail this to you / deliver it in person, depending on where you live.
Yeah. You might be geographically adjacent.
So you'll get one copy of the 2022 event exclusive card. We're also, these aren't signed yet just because we didn't want to smudge the ink, but the game designer is going to sign 4 art prints for you. So we've got Underworld Spearman by Untongued Forevers. This is Earth's Elite, which is like the flagship artwork that you'll see on everything. This is by Robert Nix. This is Planting by Megan Toole. And, oh, here he is, Fierce Protector.
There he is.
This is the one we were talking about before, Fierce Protector by JC Grande. So you'll get one of each of those glossy 5x7 prints signed by the game designer. And you'll also get one of each of the faction stickers. There's 6 of these. Oh, the camera's over this way. So there's one for each faction.
Right is left.
Where's Earth? Oh, it's hiding in there. And you'll also get the Flawed logo sticker and the Earth's Elite sticker.
Flagship character.
I love this guy. He's so cute.
So yeah, we're gonna start the giveaway. We're just gonna put it in general chat, and all you guys have to do is like react to the little button to enter to win, and then in 5 minutes it'll tell us who wins.
Okay, so is it in the general chat? Yeah, there you go. So there's the giveaway bot, and you click the little. Yeah, you all are doing it.
Yep.
You click the little like
4 entries, 5 entries. There you go, perfect.
And in 5 minutes, it automatically picks somebody.
It's just gonna spit somebody out in this chat box in like 5 minutes.
And that's the winner.
That's the winner.
And then we'll send you all this swag.
You'll have to give us like your address and stuff, obviously, like behind the scenes.
Yeah. Wait, I already have stickers.
Oh.
I should steal some checks. I don't know if there's a way to like undo it.
Good catch. Wait.
Mary says, "Of course, this is me, so I don't understand how to use it." Mary, every time Drama Jack joins the stream.
Welcome.
Well, to be fair, maybe you shouldn't hear at the beginning. We're in the general chat today, not the stream chat. And you have to click the giveaway bot.
You got like 4 minutes. Hurry.
You can do it. Yeah, for all the new people, Drama Jock is one of our patron subscribers.
One of our most loyal.
She comes to every stream. She gifted us this beautiful banner, and she cannot figure out where to chat in Discord. She's like, I don't know this. She's always typing in like the voice channel.
Love it.
Much love.
But yeah, that was the kind of the rundown, the recap, the what's going on and the what's been
She
going
found
on.
it. Yes, that's the one. So scroll up and click the little emoji.
Yeah,
the little
like the little New Year's Eve emoji.
Yeah, and it'll pick someone. I don't know if it's gonna like make noise or.
It's just gonna put it right here.
It's just gonna
pop up in the chat.
All right. So while we're waiting for that, speaking of artwork, because we've been showing artwork, why don't we show new artwork?
So y'all.
This is my favorite thing to say. Is y'all.
Especially people who have names of the colors who receive these as their exclusive seasonal promos once every 3 months. So Drama Jock Elite, you guys are just in time.
Yeah.
I think Kathy mentioned this last week in the stream that we did last week. I had been like hunting this artist for like months.
He was like stalking their Instagram, just creeping on them.
Watching the stuff that they do.
And like, Kent, just message him. Oh, there's no way. They're never going to want to do art for my game. They're too good. Just message him. You never know.
Maybe, Mary. Excuse me, Drama Jock. You'll get it on the first try. Sorry. But we built up the courage and we sent them a message and we ended up coming up with a plan and coming up with a deal. We worked it out. She was the artist was legitimately okay with. They were excited. They actually wanted to be involved, which keeps happening. But I keep doubting that I can convince these amazingly talented people to work with me. Right, the little me.
Elite PVG. I would love a microphone.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
We do need a different one.
I've been thinking about that. But this is what is this? This is the winter.
Yes.
Seasonal promo.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay, I'm going to click over so you can see it.
Just give us this. Oh my god! Yo! If you go back and listen to the streams, every time I show new art, I'm like, yo! Yo! Says Raul in the chat. So this is the Air Shrine for set 1. It's
it
called
like
Temple.
Frozen. Okay.
Temple of the Skies or Temple in the Skies? Temple in the Skies.
In the Skies.
Not Frozen, you're on the phone.
I had to double check.
So this is Temple in the Skies. The one on the left that is the summertime is the one that will be in booster packs. Beautiful. Phenomenal. We'll talk about it. And then the one on the right is the Patreon exclusive promo. So for those of you who don't know, every 3 months to our Slayer Squad and Epic
Elite.
tier patrons.
Epic, yeah. Elite is Epic, sorry.
Yeah.
I just read it as I was saying that, and my brain was like, E-words are the same.
They get mailed out an alternate art version of a card that's only available through Patreon. And these ones, like, I don't think we're going to raffle these ones off. These are just for our Patreon subscribers to, like, say thank you for supporting the game since the beginning and getting us to where we are.
The only way you'd ever see one of these recirculated is if it came out of, like, a personal lot, basically.
Yeah. Absolutely. Mary says the glow of it all.
Yes.
Everyone's going to know that that's you. I'm sorry. We can't help but say Mary. So we have, this is our new artist from Poland. Her name is
Katryna Vitkovska.
Vitkovska? And here it is on the card template. When an air unit enters your combat zone for the first time each turn, draw a card and discard a card. I mean, anybody who knows how to play trading card games in general knows that that's a good ability.
Yes.
Even if you don't know how to play Flawed. 21 health to start off. If you remember from the other slide, that's on the higher end.
It is.
Some of those other shrines have like 17 and 19 health.
It is the second highest in the first set, tied with Great Oak.
Mm-hmm. And then looking at the artwork, the details. Oh my lord. The like hexagon glint off of the sun in that light, the sun version.
Look who won.
Oh my gosh, Drama Dog won!
That's unreal. She just got it under the wire.
Swag bundle. She couldn't figure out where to go. That's so funny.
That is so unreal.
But
well,
anyway,
congratulations on your...
Yes, congratulations. I'm talking about this art again.
Yeah, let's double back to the art.
The glint of the sun.
We maybe should have said it for more than 5 minutes. We might have to learn that for next time.
The glint from the sun off of the building, just like who would have thought to do that? And the little birds?
Did someone else win?
I don't know if we can...
Catherine, go ahead.
He's gonna figure it out. I know that Drama Jock is saying that she doesn't want to win because I know that she already has all of these prints. She's been following since like the very beginning, so she like owns all of the swag already. So yeah, the colors in the sky, beautiful. These little birds, and then when you look at the wintertime version, the birds are gone, which makes sense. They've like migrated somewhere else. There's like a snowy background now, and even like the color of the sky, it's like the same, but you can still tell it's a different time of the year. Just beautiful, and like the technique, I could never make something like this. And then the story behind Little Breeze, if there's no way to randomize it, I can just pass it to whoever I think.
I mean, we could either just run it again, but I do believe there's a command
has the coolest username
to re-roll it. So just Kathy can go on praising the artwork. I'm gonna look this up real quick.
Well, I want to talk about the story behind Little Breeze and Elvira, but honestly, Ken knows it better than I do.
Well, then talk about the artwork for another minute or two.
Temple of the Skies. I'm gonna go back over to the card
yeah,
so you can see the difference.
I love the gray.
You focus.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, he's talking about the actual color of the card template.
Yes.
When we made up like the colors were going to look like, it's like a muted version of each of the 6 faction colors. And the gray for air cards, it always makes the art just like pop so nicely. Mm-hmm. And in other trading card games, gray is often used as a colorless placeholder, but in our game, gray is the actual defined color. And I also want to mention this like preview here. It's cropped really close. That's not what it actually looks like in print. I don't know why it cropped it so close in this preview. But yes, so Katryna Vitkovska, she does a lot of scenery like this on Instagram, and that's kind of what drew our attention to the artist, because she would do all of these like large buildings with small characters in the front. And that's what Ken had been describing for Temple in the Skies like since the beginning, is that he wanted to have it look like Little Breeze, who is the epic unit for the air faction. He wanted to make it seem like he had just traveled a long way and like finally had come to his shrine and like saw it off in the distance. So then when we staggered upon Katryna's Instagram page, and all of the art that she normally does in her medium like followed this large building, small character, I was like, oh my god. She was made for Temple in the Skies. Because we had been talking about this layout for Temple in the Skies for like months. We've been wanting to do this card, but we just couldn't find the right artist for it. And she just fits it perfectly. And I can't wait to see her do more structures. We could do the pose from the painting. Oh, vacation destination for next year. Interesting. I feel like the air faction would be a decent place to vacation of all the factions. I feel like they would be friendlier and nicer compared to like maybe the fire faction. I feel like the water faction would be a little harsh, the way that they guard their entrance, if you know what I'm talking about from Underwater Spearmen. I wouldn't want to go visit them. Yes. Have you figured it out yet?
I figured it out. I think if I hit this button, it's just going to redo it like immediately.
Do you want to try?
So let's just pause for a sec.
Okay.
We're gonna do lore after I click this button, but I'm gonna click this button and we're gonna hope that I did it right. I cannot. Oh, come on. All right, we'll dismiss that.
Why doesn't it just let you? If you scroll up, does it let you like re-roll from the original? Drama Jock, you shouldn't have clicked it.
It's okay. I don't mind that she did, of course. Sorry.
Anyway, she's all crying. It's fine. We can.
No, we can figure it out.
Yes, lovely. So there's the artwork. I think I kind of missed what y'all said in the chat. Let me scroll up when we first spoiled it. Gorgeous! I love it. Elite always posts that same gif of the guy shouting gorgeous. That's gorgeous. It looks like Frozen, wholly censored. No Frozen here, only Flawed. This is sick. The sun is beautiful, the glow of it all. Yeah, remember, yep, I was mentioning that. Yeah, and then we got all caught up in the randomization. Oh yeah, and then Earth's Fierce Protector was talking about one vacation there. So yeah, beautiful artwork. I will say, like, the art, I'm gonna go back a couple slides. Oh, there we go. So the style we've been going for overall in the game is like this comic book style. And the new art today definitely is not as much on the comic book side, but come on. You can't say no. It's beautiful.
All right, y'all. I'm putting it back up for 2 minutes, just so we have it.
Okay. Hope we haven't lost anything.
Wait, did it work?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, boom.
There it is. Click the thing.
Click the thing.
Click
go,
the
go,
thing.
go. But,
I see
but,
one.
But not you, Mary.
I see 3.
Excuse me,
I see
drama
6.
doc.
I see 7. I see 8. This makes me feel good on the inside because it means everyone's still listening to me.
Oh, rambling
I'm
about this
always
artwork.
so worried when, because we don't have, like, vocal talkback. And I feel like this is why teachers hate doing classes virtually. Because I'm like, is anyone listening? I'm just, like,
literally,
talking
everybody's just scrolling on Instagram right now. Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, okay, good. So we have 8 entries.
Okay. Only 2 minutes, so it's going to pop off any second.
Lore.
So this is a really cool little, like, side quest.
Oh, Mary says, can you explain how the Kickstarter in June will work? We will on the next slide.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. This is a little side quest within some of the Flawed lore, and you get this moment in time where Little Breeze, who is one of the, like, young upstart leaders in the Air faction, kind of comes to this impasse in his life where he's like, I don't really understand why everybody is so upset at each other, right? He really doesn't want to keep fighting the other factions. The Air faction itself is actually somewhat kind of broken up, partially because of geography. They live in a very, like, sparse land, I guess you'd say. It's a lot of, like, low lands and hills and mountains and this type of thing. And because of that, their people are all spread out and that type of thing. And he starts looking kind of at his own group, his own faction, and says, you know, this doesn't behoove us. This is not a good way to live. All separated and having our individual things and stuff like this. Like, why wouldn't we want to, you know, work together, come together, that type of thing? And he very quickly, like, extrapolates that to the kind of the global scale, and, you know, starts asking tough questions about, you know, why do we fight these people? Why are we, you know, in these constant battles, these constant wars, these constant, you know, conflicts? And he ends up crossing paths with Elvira, who's having a similar crisis, but it's very different.
Fire faction epic.
Fire faction, yep. Elvira is a fire faction leader. For those of you who remember the lore breakdown we did of the fire faction, there are a group. There we go. Okay.
Hersfeld. Let's go! Congratulations!
Has won the Flawed Swag Bundle.
Hersfeld 91. We'll message you privately. And get your address for shipping. Yay! Drama Jack's happy.
Yeah. So Elvira is having this conflict, but it's not on the global scale like I just described with Little Breeze. It's much more internalized with her because she is one of a very small group of leaders that controls, like, ultimately controls everything in the Fire faction. The Fire faction is very militaristic. There's, like, a lot of rigid life and rigid structure and that type of thing. And she says, "Hey, I'm good at going out and killing people and taking honor for my faction, and I'm very good at war. But what do I know about, you know, helping the average person? Like, why am I making the laws and the rules for this?" So these two both are kind of confused and conflicted, and they end up kind of creating their own little independent truce and going on this journey to the temple. Now, this is like a risk for Little Breeze because a lot of other Air faction leaders are going to be there. And he's bringing, like, an outsider, so this is kind of like a precursor.
Did you say they're going to breathe air instead of they're going to be there? Or did it just, like, you just said it really fast?
It must have just come out really fast, yeah.
I shall cherish this. We just started watching Wednesday yesterday. We watched the first episode.
It's very long episodes.
Yes, I liked it, though. Yeah, so the characters. Wonderful.
Yeah. But that's a cool little, good, nice. But yeah, this is going to be, we're in January right now. These will send out, like,
the winter season
April-ish, right?
before that, because the winter season is December, January,
February,
then out in March.
Then out in March.
Moving forward on that note, so these cards, again, the summertime version is the one that's available in booster packs. It's an epic rare, which means it's the hardest rarity to find. And then the one that's the wintertime version with the little P in the corner, that means the Patreon-only artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this one is actually, your time has passed to get this artwork because you had to be a patron subscriber by November 31st, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The season started.
Or no, December 31st. December 31st. Because it, when you...
Right, because it back charges. The season started in December, yeah. That's right.
So the next season will start in March for the springtime promo. If you want to know how you can best support the game, if you're like, wow, Flawed sounds super cool, and I really hope to see this game like make it all the way. Well, first off, we're going to be on Kickstarter. We've already got enough momentum at this point where we know the game's going to launch on Kickstarter on June 21st. But if you want to support the game, help us give the artists the income that they deserve.
Right.
That's where the Patreon comes in. All of our Patreon proceeds go to paying our artists and making sure that they can, put food on the table for their families. And so that's that link there, patreon.com/Flawed Card Game. There's a / there's a $1 tier, there's a $5 tier, and the $5 tier gets you access to all the live streams.
Right.
So this live stream is very unique in that it is open to the public. We've only done this
like 2, maybe 3 times.
I think this is the second one that we've done to the public, but we do them we try to do them like 3 or 4 times a month, at least like once a week.
For the subscribers, yeah.
For the subscribers.
And this is a good moment to mention, and I know we've been there's been plenty of advertising here about the simple fact that we're trying to put this thing out there. And for those of you who have already joined and supported, thank you. So humongous thank you. All of this artwork that you see, all the momentum that we've got, all the cards that we've already created, everything that you send in goes back out to you guys. It goes back into the game. We're hiring artists. We're paying to go to conventions. We're advertising. We're putting it right back out there to make sure that this can...
I see Phoebe.
We'll give you the recap in a minute.
We'll go back. He's going to love it.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
He's going to love it.
Oh, wait, is that the shrine that he plays in his deck?
Is it?
I think it is. I think it is.
John Majock says, I love being a Patreon because... Oh, that's a long paragraph.
That is
I love supporting the game. I truly believe in it.
It is Air Shrine, yes.
With all the crazy happening with big name TCGs right now, it's nice to support a family-owned business. That's
True. Grassroots, and it really is. The people that have supported us are grassroots. We're starting from the bottom.
Yes. Our company is him and me.
Single member LLC,
and then
guys.
people just who volunteer to help us run booths and stuff.
Yeah.
Patreon, you can get access to the live streams. We spoil all of the artworks and all of our big announcements first to the patrons. Usually they get at least a week's heads up on everything.
It's usually exactly a week. Yeah.
And then that's also how you get the merch. So we send out every season, which is a 3-month period, one for each of the 4 seasons of the year. You can get the glossy 5x7 art print and the card that goes just for the patrons, which, if Flawed takes off the way TCGs tend to, those cards could be worth a lot of money because there are not many of them in print at all.
Way to show up at...
That's me. Why'd you tag me?
She's been here the whole time. What the heck?
She's
been right here.
Other ways you can support us is following us on
He just tagged you instead of ICP.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
I'm trying to promote the game.
Sorry, it's funny to watch the chat. I can see it on the screen now.
Other ways you can support us. You can come hang out with us in person. That's a flyer for the Origins Game Fair event in Columbus, Ohio. There will be more to come. So if you follow us on any of those social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, we will update, of course, anytime there's a new art to share, we'll share it. And when we announce what events we'll be at, it will be there. And then Mary Drama had asked for the Kickstarter. How does the Kickstarter work?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take it one step back. A lot of people haven't heard of Patreon. Patreon is a crowdsourcing platform where you pay a monthly donation to support someone who is creating. It's a creator thing. A lot of musical artists or painters, sculptors, just people who create things, video game creators, stuff like that, use Patreon. And you can pay $1 a month or $5 a month or whatever you want to support a project that you believe in, and it's all grassroots stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the Patreon. A lot of the Patreons, not just ours, but most Patreon creators, it's exclusive content sort of thing because you're just you believe in the project. Kickstarter is another crowdsourcing platform where you basically pledge to purchase a product that hasn't been printed yet.
It's a pre-order.
It's a pre-order, yeah. And as long, we say like we need, X dollars to print the game, and as long as we get enough pre-orders that equals X dollars or more, then the game goes into print and you get the game shipped out to you. If we don't get enough pledges, then you just get your money back.
Yeah.
So that's Kickstarter, and it will launch on June 21st. That's the official Kickstarter launch date, and then the pre-order period is only open for 1 month, so you have to purchase it within that 30-day window. But that being said, there's not really a benefit to, like, you can buy it June 21st or July 21st, you'll still get, like, all the same product will be available.
It's a good question, Drama Jock. Can we still buy it if the Kickstarter doesn't reach the goal? I'm going to use a harsh word here. Failed campaigns can be relaunched. But if we don't get anywhere close, then the answer is probably no, or not for a long time.
Yeah. I will say that we have done a ton of research into this. Our distributor is, how would you say it? They're like specialty.
They specialize in indie games.
Is indie games that use Kickstarter for their platform. Mm-hmm. So our distributor for mailing out the product is like, this is what they do professionally all the time. And also, we are very realistic about our funding goal. We haven't actually released the pre-launch page yet, but when we do, you'll see we're not asking for a whole ton. We're only asking just enough to print the game. We're not asking for like profits or anything. We just want the game printed.
Kathy glossed over the other thing. We've actually teamed up with a number of companies to make it as possible as possible. It's weird to say. Our distributor specializes in indie games. We also found a manufacturer that has very low, like, minimum print quantities. They're willing to take, quote unquote, a risk on a smaller print run for a smaller company, just for the sake of, having another thing out there. They actually just want to distribute and produce these great games. So our number is going to be, it's not low, it's a lot of money, but it is low for what the result
It's not like we have
be.
To order 1 million boxes to get our game filled. It's much lower than that.
It's thousands, not even tens of thousands, it's thousands.
Yeah.
So
honestly, I don't know if I'm jinxing it, but I'm honestly not concerned about it. I think the Kickstarter is going to launch no problem, mostly because every convention we go to is just like, people are just like eating it up, and they're like, I'm ready, let's go. Flawed, woo. It won't fail if I have anything to do with it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Earth Spirits Protector.
How crazy would that be if just out of left field Earth Spirits Protector just shows up, he's like, all right, here it is. That's all the money. I'm buying Kickstarter.
The art's amazing. The art's amazing. The clear card, literally no other game is doing that in trading card games ever. Not even right now, ever. And then the gameplay is just so much fun. You print out the print and play off our website, you try it out, and you're just like, wow, these rules are like really fleshed out and really polished, and it's just a great game.
And really unique. You don't get bored, right? You're always so engaged.
If you want to support us, you can go to the Patreon. Honestly, one of the best things that you can do is just share it with your friends.
Yeah.
Just like follow us on Facebook, tell your friends to follow on whatever, and print out the game and play it with them, and just be all hyped when the Kickstarter.
Print and play is like 5 pages. Go to any local print shop, or if you're a student, you can get it at school, or if you work somewhere that you can print, or if you print at home, or like it's a couple of bucks worth of paper and ink. Just to give it a try and show it to somebody else and just have it, spread that way. I mean, that's the way we've gotten to this point.
So we can't see the gifts, but this one is Patrick's C-Star holding 20, money. Yep. It says, I'll take 20.
Nice.
I'm trying to go back and see the other one.
But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and definitely,
I'll take your entire stock.
Discord's messing up.
But we're probably going to stop the recording. We're
going to stop the recording, but we're going to go backwards, and we're going to talk Icy Feeney through what he missed, and just if anybody has any final questions or anything like that they want to type out and just kind of get in there at the last moment, we'll take those at this point. Again, huge thank you to everybody, through Patreon that's kind of gotten us here. It's been about 14, 16 months that we've had the Patreon running at this point, and
And I want to shout out thank you to the people in the chat who are here off of our Facebook ad, because we see you and we know who you are.
That's right.
We
not in a weird way though. Don't let her scare you.
Not in a weird way. We know the names of all the people who have been here from the beginning, and we know the names of the people that we don't recognize.
True.
So thank you very much for coming off of our Facebook or Instagram ad. We see you. We love you. Come back and hang out with us.
Yeah, for sure. But with that, we're going to shut this down. And again, huge thanks all around to all the... there's one.
There's one.
He's going to be on the YouTube. But huge thanks to, again, all the patrons everybody showed up tonight, like all the support that we've been getting. It's been really nice pushing us forward. We're going to do this again real soon. We'll have a stream probably next week-ish. I've got 2 more artworks coming, so... We'll see when those come in. We
got some arcs coming. Don't think I didn't see what you said in the chat roll about Little Breeze.
No, don't.
I saw that.
Neither of the arts that are coming right now are Little Breeze.
I've got an artist on standby.
To Leah Wen, yeah, no kidding. But all right, we're gonna kill this. So that's the end of the recording. Thank you guys. See you next time.